Welcome back, everyone. So good to see you all again. Tequila Jimmy, La Gringa.
Hi, guys.
Back to React.
Hola!
Hola. Today we're doing something a little different, I think.
Yeah.
We've done stuff like this, but it's a little different.
Oh, I know.
We are checking out an interview by Allison Hagendorf
Yes.
with The Warning.
The Warning. She has 2 interviews with them, and I think this is
The later one, right?
from 2023.
Yeah. One of our supporters by the name of Carla Casillas
Thank you, Carla.
recommended this. Carla, we sent you a message, and if you don't speak English, I'll say it in Spanish. Te mandamos un mensaje, Carla, porque la otra canción que tú habías pedido no se puede hacer porque está con el estudio de Warner Brothers. Y la verdad que cuando se hacen las reacciones a las cosas de Warner Brothers, puedes que tener un problema con el canal. Por eso no lo podemos hacer. Si quieres mandarnos otras canciones o otra canción, con mucho gusto lo hacemos. All right.
You're right.
For those of you that didn't understand, I just said a lot of bad things about her. No, I'm just Anyway, guys, let's get this party started because this interview is an hour long. And then we're going to follow it up with a song that she wanted us to do called Disciple. She said animosity or disciple. So we chose Disciple from the Pepsi Center.
Yeah.
So we're going to do that right after this 1-hour interview with Allison Hagendorf and Hagendorf.
And Carla said
And
greetings from Mexico. So she's from Mexico. Huh?
Viva México!
Viva México!
Las Tres Maravillas de Monterrey.
Yes.
Right now.
All right.
All right, so pour you guys a drink.
I'm so excited. I'm pop some popcorn.
Notice how I made that the
I know.
entire glass.
You
because
did.
This is long. So we need the entire thing.
I'm so excited.
All right?
Secret weapon.
You guys
of
ready
their
to go?
sibling
I'm ready.
magic.
You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do this then. I'm going to bring this up and we're going to get it going. We already got it spinning, so that's a good thing.
Hello, my fellow music lovers. I'm Allison Hagendorf, and welcome
Hagendorf.
to the show. This is where we celebrate the universal love of music and the rock and roll spirit that lives in each of us. My guests today are the 3 incredibly talented sisters who comprise the band The Warning. This is a band you need to know. They have been playing since they were old enough to even hold instruments and have already played alongside bands like Foo Fighters and Guns N' Roses. They are currently on their North American tour this month and will be opening for Muse in Europe this summer. We talk all about their relentless drive and work ethic, how they got their first break, what it's like to open for their idols, Muse, and the secret weapon of their sibling magic. And stay tuned after the interview for my sound advice, new music you need to know. It all starts now.
Oh, there we go. Already starting this bullshit.
Starts with an ad.
ZocDoc is the only free app
Okay,
that
we
lets
are
you
skipping
find
the ad
the
here.
best fan
So,
you for years now.
Hold on, I'll get it,
That's
I'll get it.
ZOC. Ladies, I'm so excited you're here. I have been following you for years now, and to have you in LA and to sit down, I'm so pumped. There's just so much I want to congratulate you on, and also I was admiring your Misfits tank. This is phenomenal.
I got it from a fan. Shout out to that fan. Thank you for the
Best fan gift.
Yeah.
I know.
Your greets.
I love that.
And we're honored to be here. Thank you so much for
for
having
having
us.
us.
This is like,
Oh,
So cool.
We're so happy
I am
to
honored to
make
have
it.
you guys here. Now tell me why you're in LA, what you guys have been working on.
ooh, okay. Oh, are you gonna?
okay.
Just like, so we're here in LA. Basically, we're gonna write a lot. We're experimenting. We're in that like era in our careers where we just want to try everything, new
Yes.
things, and we're so used to writing between each other. That's
Just
it.
us.
That's
so
right.
like it's our first like dip into co-writing and it's been
Wow.
fun.
Yeah.
LA is the place to do it. And we haven't had the time to write. We've been touring for
Nonstop.
2022
Yes, you
was
are.
nonstop. It was over 100 shows. So now this is like the little window of time we have before touring starts this year. So we're like, okay, let's go to LA and write.
Let's find out what we can do.
going on.
Let's go.
So wait, I need to hear more about these co-writing sessions. So how has it been going? 'Cause that's a whole new dynamic and chemistry. You know, I mean, first of all, the fact that you guys are sisters writing together, it's like a very intimate, comfortable dynamic. So now you're in the room with strangers. It's a little bit like a first date, but it's the three of you together.
We talked about it. This is like speed dating.
Speed dating.
We've been here for has it been 9 days?
I think so. I don't even know.
It's been like one team per day. Like we meet new people every day.
Yeah.
So it's like going into the room and saying like, "Hi, I'm Paulina, and these are my darkest fears. Let's write about them." It's just really weird. You're doing that every day with new people. Sometimes you vibe, sometimes you don't, but all the sessions have been great.
They have been
It's
great.
some great people, and it's just been really fun, very new.
And we've got to learn a lot from them, which is, I think, the most important thing. What you can like grasp and then get to do your own thing with it, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's definitely been an experience.
An adventure.
Yes, an adventure.
It's definitely a character building exercise. Like you said, like going and meeting someone and then becoming as vulnerable as possible so you actually get great art to create.
And it's weird because it's like a back and forth because you're explaining your situation. They're like, "Oh, I've been through," and then they just like, it's like a trauma dumping session. But
It's
in
therapy.
the healthiest way possible. It's just really nice.
It's a healthy therapy session. Yeah. Oh my God. Now, I love that it's the three sisters. I am one of three sisters. So I as soon as I heard about you guys, I felt very connected. And I'm very close with my sisters. I think it's beautiful that you guys have been making music together. And I want to learn a little bit about like the earliest days with you guys, because obviously your parents played a huge role introducing music to you in general and then supporting you in your dreams.
Yeah, so we grew up in a very musical household. Our parents are not musicians. They're just music lovers. So we, how do you say, inculcaron? They like shared
They
that
brought us up like
with a love of music.
Yes.
Yeah. Brought us up. That's the
we
word,
go.
I think. And music was always just playing around the house, and we really loved it. And just like parents like put their kids in like soccer classes or swimming lessons. Our parents were like piano lessons. Just let's go, have fun. And we started out like that. We like classically trained classical music, piano.
That's amazing.
And then our parents bought the video game, the Rock Band.
Yes.
And
That was it.
that's where we found our thing. We were really like, I forget how young we were. I felt really grown up at the time. I was 6. I mean, I was 3.
You couldn't even hold up a freaking.
Do you remember this?
I remember watching them play because I was so young. I couldn't even carry like the plastic guitar to play the rock band. So I just watched them play all the time. That's what I did when I was 3. I watched them play the rock band. Yeah, I did.
I love that. So Rock Band, you guys were great at it. But you can still be great at Rock Band and not decide that you're going to make this your life, you know? So what was it that was that point where we're like, okay, this is what we're doing?
You know, I think it's what we saw in the rock band more than like actually like playing it. Like it looked so fun to be on the stage. Everyone was just like cheering. It was like, I want to be part of that. So even though we had never done it before, I was like, Dad, I want to play the guitar. And he's like, are you sure? Your fingers are going to hurt. I was like, yeah.
Aww.
But one week I was just like, please, no. It hurts so much.
Right.
But no, then it was just because I started classic guitar. Like I started like an acoustic guitar with not nylon strings. The other ones, I forgot how they're called.
Steel strings?
I guess.
I don't know
It hurt
anything
so
about
much. I was
You
just
get like the calluses.
Yes, I had like my fingers were horribly, but then there was no going back. Literally, we loved what we did, but we didn't play together.
No, at all.
we didn't.
I
At
played
all.
the drums separately. Dany
Yeah.
played her guitar. Ale was still not playing anything. She was playing the piano.
I play the piano.
But like years later, Ale like had an interest in the bass, so she started playing the bass by herself. Like we didn't play together. That wasn't a thing ever. Sometimes we played like the piano together.
Yeah.
But like guitar and drums, that wasn't a thing. But then Ale started playing the bass, and we're like,
Wait a
like,
second.
We can play together. And we started learning cover songs, just playing songs that we liked. And playing like at our school and stuff like that. And then we started recording these covers and uploading them to YouTube. We recorded Enter Sandman,
Right.
which went viral.
That's the one.
And it was like when we started getting these very big opportunities that you wouldn't expect to get at that age, just starting out, it was like, oh my God, like their dreams are coming true. Let's do this for real. And I think that was the turning point.
And
Just
when we eventually started making our own music, that even became more
That was
legit.
it.
Yeah, I was just like,
That was
all
it.
right, let's go.
So when the Enter Sandman cover came about, how old were you guys then? Was it like 9 to like 14?
Yeah, I was 14.
I was
12
and I was 9.
Yeah, that's incredible. So you guys really created your own luck, right? Because it was a preparation and opportunity meet. You had been practicing. You had been honing your crafts. I mean, how intense was your practicing at this point? Like, you guys were pretty dedicated musicians.
Very, very much so.
I don't remember how many hours.
Yeah,
but
me
practiced all the
neither.
time.
We
more than a
practiced
couple hours
all the
every
time.
day. And it was like, you come back from school, you would practice, then you would do your homework, and then you would practice the other instrument. Like, it was a thing.
Yeah.
It was
and we had our
a whole
lessons.
schedule thing.
And our parents like really pushed us to it because you're a kid.
Yeah.
At one point, you're gonna be like, "No, I want to play with my toys." It was like practice, and that like we learned how to be disciplined like, in our craft since we were really young. So I feel like we've just been really lucky throughout our whole careers, and we've gotten these amazing opportunities. But it's that discipline that we've had throughout our whole lives that like makes us take advantage of these opportunities to the fullest.
Yes.
And we're really grateful for that.
And
honestly.
also from discipline, we are very stubborn. When we didn't get a part, it was just like, I'm staying here until I play it right.
Yeah, I
We're
bet.
just like, I want to be able to play this.
So when did you actually become The Warning? Like the official band?
official band. Okay, so we recently just turned 10 years as a band.
That is unbelievable.
But it's like half of my life.
Yeah, more than half of my life. Yeah.
It's just like, what? But like our
It's
first.
unbelievable.
It
It's
is.
wonderful, guys. It's wonderful.
This is a story about a magical place where everything's amazing.
Our first gig was at a Christmas party at our school.
Yes.
But like the first time we used the name, The Warning, it was like a Battle of the Bands.
type of event.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember what
But
it was.
every single band had a name but us. So we're just like, well, we'll have to name our
How did
band.
you come up with that?
We would daydream about having an album that
Yes.
it was called The Warning. And it was like the like just for now name.
Yes.
We're like, we're gonna change it later. No, like we didn't love it. It was not like, oh my god, we're called The Warning. It was like we don't have another option right now.
So
That's gonna be it. But then we went viral and everyone was like, oh, The Warning. So it was like,
well,
we'll
we're
stick with
keeping
The Warning. Okay.
Yeah.
But you know
we
what?
learned to love it.
Yeah, we
It's
learned
awesome.
to love
It's a good
it.
name.
We've grown with
It's
it.
a great name.
Yeah.
When you did go viral, did you feel the pressure to really like quadruple down and like now just take advantage of this momentum? Like, was there a pressure?
I feel like I don't
I don't
remember
remember.
like that.
No,
I feel like as a kid, I was just like, well, this is my life now.
Yeah,
but like,
we were so young that we really didn't understand the concept of like
yeah.
what happened and like going viral. We
Right.
didn't really understand it. We were just like suddenly we had more interviews and stuff like that. But apart from that, we really didn't understand completely like what was
I
going
feel like
on.
if that would happen right now, I would feel pressure.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I was
But
12.
back then,
I was in my own little world.
Yeah.
Just, I was like, oh,
yeah.
I get to play the drums now. Awesome.
Yeah, it's just an opportunity to keep doing what you were
Exactly.
already
Yeah.
doing.
Right.
In hindsight, it's like, damn. Okay. that was big. But
I love that you said the pivotal point was when you started doing your own music. Because you
Yes.
realized you didn't want to be known as just a cover band, and creating your own music was really the key. So talk to me about early days of creating music. Where did you even begin? And was there sort of like artists you looked to sort of be inspired by or to emulate?
Okay, so first of all, the weird thing about this is that, well, we're Mexican. We grew up speaking Spanish. That's our main language.
we live in Mexico.
But the first ever creations that we did was English songs. That's it. And I feel like that was a big thing in our starting releasing our own original music because we had the attention of the Enter Sandman one. Now, like, since we were singing in English, people are like, oh, well, I can actually listen to this. But our first ever creations were very all over the place.
like, we didn't have specific like
No.
influences that we were like, I want to sound like that. It was just like, let's write a song and let's see what comes out. And it was just, But it was like an exercise. We had a teacher. His name is Pablo Gonzalez, and he was Alice's bass teacher. But then he started teaching us like musicianship. And he was like, you should start writing. And we're like, sure.
And what does that mean exactly? Yeah.
So he really pushed us into start like exploring what we wanted to say or how we wanted to sound. And it was really fun because like I play the drums, right? But I also play the piano. But I write on the piano. But I remember like the first time just figuring out like, oh my God, I can use these chords and they're gonna sound like this. And it was just like a whole new world was opened of possibilities that I had never thought that we could do before.
Yeah.
And it was just really fun. But we were still finding our footing like for the first years.
Which is so
writing.
funny to me now because our first ever songs are actually out. Our first
Like,
EP
it's there. It's on
is there.
Spotify.
It's out.
So
So
it's out.
Yeah.
you can hear our like tiny baby voices being like, "Hi." It's no.
Yeah.
I try to ignore it. It's like it's
it's
there.
it's there.
And it's cute. We started out with that. I'm not ashamed of it, but it's people can stream it. Like they can sit down and say, I'm gonna listen to that song. And it's just like,
Yeah, but you know, it's impressive. You guys were children. You were actual children creating your own music, writing your music, and playing your own music. I mean, I think that is so impressive. I hope you guys
say it
feel
like that, it does feel like, oh, okay. But at the time, it was just like, it's what we knew, like, what to do, and we just really liked it. Okay,
Now, tell me about, like you said before, you call the sibling magic, which I love. You know, I mean, how do you guys work together? Does someone come in with an idea, or do you just jam together?
No, it's weird. We do have this weird telepathy kind of thing that works a lot, especially in live shows. We would just be like, and we're like, okay,
That's
we know
incredible.
what needs to happen. But usually, up until right now, Pao is the one who like. On the piano, she just goes crazy and gets a lot of different chords, concepts, lyrics, and that's where we like, that's where we like go from. Which is it's so funny if you think about it. Most of our songs start as a rock ballad on the piano, and then we just kind of like the warnify it in the actual instruments.
Yeah.
And
It's like
it's weird. Like, it's a good process that we have.
yeah.
And now that we're writing with other people, like, we realize how special it is because writing songs, it's like, I was gonna say having babies, but that sounds weird. But it's like it's your child.
It's your musical children.
It's right there, and then you just hand it over for it to be like torn apart and then put back together, and it's weird.
It goes back to the
it's-
vulnerability.
It's a heavy process. And with my sisters, like there's no sugarcoating it. Like we're working with other people. It's like maybe we can go around and do this. And they're like, I hate it. We're not going to do that. And it's just like, okay.
That sucks.
But we know that it's like, it's nothing personal. Like we can work with no strings attached and just like really get things done. And we do understand each other in a really special way. Like Dany, it doesn't matter if it's in English or in Spanish, but when we're working creatively, she says things.
That don't make sense.
She says words, and it's a sentence, but
It doesn't make sense.
it's not a
I
thing.
can be very incoherent.
Yeah.
And we're
And
like,
she's just like, it just needs to sound like "guh," and we're like,
what does
what are you talking about? But after all these
Leave
years,
it to my sisters to understand.
we know
like-
what "guh" means now. Like we understand
We're
each
getting
other.
the hang of it, yeah.
So now that we're working with other people, we just take a second to like huddle up in Spanish and be like,
All right.
what are we doing? And then Dany says her like incoherent things and we make sense of it. And then we communicate it to the
process.
other writers. And then, but it's a cool process because we ground each other. Like we keep each other humble. It's like, no, you're not going to do that.
Of
That's
course.
not cool.
Yeah.
It's like a process.
I love that.
As an owner of Walton Goggins goggle glasses, I know how to make slick-looking goggle/glasses.
Doc are available with Doc app. Our veteran musicians. I mean, to think of that. I mean, it's pretty.
old.
No, but it's incredible that you are so young. Like when you finished that album, how old were all of you? I
When we
mean,
finished Error,
I was 20.
I was
Well, I turned 21 when we
in the mixing.
in the mixing.
So I was 18. And during the mixing, I was 19.
Yes. I was 15.
What?
Oh my
No,
God.
you're kidding.
Literally, I'm calling you veterans and you were literally 15 to 20.
Yeah.
I was 15.
You were 15. Jesus Christ.
It's because, man, pandemic years are so
That's
weird.
That's true. That's true. The pandemic years, it was like dog years.
I
It's
don't
like
remember being that young.
I don't either.
But-
I don't either.
But I get it. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
But that album, I feel like to this date has made the biggest splash for you guys. That's when you started really getting on festivals and incredible tours and amazing opportunities to open for bands like Foo Fighters and Muse, which I want to talk more about, and Sammy Hagar and all these things. Like, tell me what was going on for you, because you guys had been playing and honing your craft for so many years at this point. But this album was a turning point individually and also in your career. So tell me about this whole like point in your life and how it felt.
Well, I think first of all, it was a big shift in our band as a career because we had been an independent band for the rest. I mean, all of it
The whole
up
time.
until right
The whole
now.
time.
So we signed with Lava Records and Republic Records in 2020. It was mid-pandemic.
Mid-pandemic. It was like
Mid-pandemic.
July, mid-pandemic.
It was a weird timing, but like it was great for us, and we already had this album planned, and we were like, okay, we're now recording it with someone we had never worked with in an environment that we had never been in, because we are now like, okay, we're gonna have a producer who has a lot of experience.
David Benda.
David Benda.
Shout out David. Shout out Jason Flom. I remember when he told me about you guys, and I was like, oh hell yes. Very excited. Yeah.
So like we were going into stuff that we've been doing for our whole lives, but in a very different
Capacity.
and way. So we're just like, all right, let's
But it was like
learn
the
from
step
it.
to take. Like we were really excited about like, oh, it's the next level. That's what you would say. Like, okay, let's go. And it was mid-pandemic. It was weird, like the recording of it, but it was great. And we learned how to be musicians again. I don't know how to explain it, but we went to the David Benda boot camp, which we've talked with other bands about it, and they're like,
It's a thing.
It's a thing.
Tell me more about this boot camp. I love this.
It was just like during pre-pro, like we thought we were really tight with our demos, and we were playing it for David, and David was like, "You're so out of time." And we're like, "Oh, what are you talking about?" He's like, "No, you're gonna use my click, and you're gonna learn how to play with each other because you're playing individually. You're not playing as a band." And we're like, "What do you mean, about, David?
Right.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
But after like the whole process, we went back to Monterrey, and we were starting to rehearse the songs. And we were like,
That process
we
was
played
so stressful.
horribly.
We played
I was like,
horribly.
I felt like a bad musician.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know how to drum. And then Ale and I would play together. Like we would just play together, her and I.
Yeah, we just
And
look
I
at each
would
other.
stare at Ale's fingers, and I would have to hit it at the same time as Ale was doing like the.
Yeah, like I
playing.
remember we were so out of
was-
time, and
was
we
grueling.
learned how to play again together.
Yeah, literally.
But
you
a
know what?
process.
Wow.
Yeah.
More than anything about timing or whatever, like the parts, we felt like we were playing like humans. Does that make
For
sense?
the first time. Yeah, I don't know how to explain
you
it.
got so into what you were doing. It's like, I have to get it right or whatever, that you forgot to like groove, to be part of it, to be in the music.
Right.
And that is something that not a lot of people think about, that can be listened to.
Yes.
You know,
But
like
it
you can
does
feel it,
you
yeah.
can feel
Huge
that in
difference.
an album when it's recorded with like feeling.
Yeah, so the instrumentation is one part of it, but the heart and soul is the other.
It's the other part,
And
yeah.
you have to have both.
Because it's very easy to lose yourself and want it to be perfect.
Yes.
Playing everything perfectly by yourself.
Yeah.
It was just an insane process.
It was.
But we didn't tour. It was the pandemic. So then
Right.
the album comes out. It came out 2 years after we recorded it.
Right.
It was just
right.
there. And it
Yeah.
was really weird because we couldn't do anything with it because we had to tour with it. We had to promote it, but we couldn't. Everything was closed down. We canceled like 2 tours.
Two
It's
tours.
brutal.
Yeah.
Brutal.
And it was our
were so
first
bummed.
time. Like it was gonna be our first time headlining
The US.
like our tours in the US, and then everything was canceled. But then 2022 came around and we started touring. It was our first time headlining in the US. It
like
was
our first show ever coming back from the pandemic was in Daytona. Oh
my God, it was Welcome to Rockville.
Welcome to Rockville.
Yeah.
That was like,
Okay, it was a great experience.
It was a great experience.
But it was such a wonky show. Like it was it was our thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like we were just like, what is going on? And we hadn't played
in
festivals
years.
in the US.
Ever.
It was like one of our first festivals here. And we were all just like,
We had so much fun
what is
though.
going? It was fun, but we were wonky. So now that
You felt rusty. Like you felt not
It's like,
conditioned.
do I even remember how to do
we're
this
about to play
in front of an
Rockville
audience
again this year, and we're like, thank God, because we can show the people. They're like, we're cool. We swear, swear that we're better now. But we started our headlining tour in the U.S. in 2022.
Yes.
And it was like, how many dates and how many days?
It was like
We were
27 dates.
And we
and
were
like,
there for like 42 days or something.
yeah. It was like very.
It was just at one after the other, one after the other. And
Now
we
that
had
is boot camp.
no, we
that's
had
real
never
boot
toured
camp.
like that
Yeah.
before, and never also like in the U.S. It was like, oh, clavado, un clavado.
No.
How do you
I
say
have
that? It was
no
like a
idea.
deep dive.
Deep dive
Yeah, and
into
like into cold water, like just, and it was like so many firsts for everyone, like not only us, but like in our team as well. But I am really grateful that we had that because it was grueling and it was brutal.
Yes.
And every sense of the word, like
Now we can take on
emotionally,
anything.
physically.
Yeah.
Like we survived that.
We did.
And then we started touring with Hailstorm and the Pretty Reckless.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that
It was
because
awesome.
I love
It was
both bands.
It was
Awesome.
awesome. So we felt really like nervous about it. We were like, we just toured by ourselves. Like maybe this tour is a bit easier because
we can
like
do
it's
it.
their tour and we're just here to support. But it's a really different switch opening for bands than like your headlining ones.
Right.
Because you have to prove not only like to the bands that are inviting you to play
That you
like,
were worth it.
Yeah, like thank you for
right.
taking a chance on us, and also you have to convince everyone.
All right, so I'm just going to say a few things. Take a little break from the interview.
Love it.
First of all, it's awesome that their first show was here in Florida, in Daytona.
I know.
It's not far from us.
Not at all.
So that's pretty awesome to hear. And another thing that resonates with me is when they were talking about going into the studio to record with a producer and to a click track, which is something that I went through myself, being in bands since I was very, very young.
Yeah.
You know, all the way from like early high school being in bands. And I thought, you know, I was in bands that sounded great, had a following, and we thought we were awesome. And then when we got in the studio, quickly they let us know that we didn't know what we were doing. They're like, no, you need a click. We don't need no click track. They're like, yes,
yeah,
you
you
do.
do.
You guys are not on time. Like, listen, of course we are. They're like, okay. We record one little clip. They're like, no. You know, so recording to a click, like they were saying, it just, when you learn to do that, and I don't know how they do it nowadays. I've done both. I've done live recordings in the studio where all the instruments are isolated and playing in different areas, and then they're direct into the board. And then there's also the which is how I recorded like the song I played on the live stream, individually tracked recordings where, you know, the drummer and the bassist will usually isolated play to a click track right on time.
Okay.
And then I'll hear a click along with their instruments, you know, the click slightly above it so I can stay on time and make sure that they're on time. And learning to do that was, to me, it was like, it took me a while to get used to recording with a click because I just wanted to play and I knew what to play.
Yeah.
You know, but then I'm like, you realize that that little slight time difference that you're off, which I'm used to just fixing real quick. It doesn't work in a studio recording.
No.
So I resonate with that a lot. Where she's talking about going in and like being clueless as to how to record with someone who is going to mix the music and make it something else from what you're used to.
Yeah, especially after they've been playing with each other and performing, and then they go and they're like, "What are you talking about?
Yes.
We've been playing like this forever."
Exactly, we used to record ourselves, you know, before we went in the studio. We used to like, you know, run cables all over the house. You go in the bathroom, I'm going in this bedroom.
But you had no idea to have a click track.
None of that stuff. That we all learned that, and we won a Battle of the Bands competition, which. The prize of the Battle of the Bands was a studio session,
right? So
with or like an 8 or 9 or 10 hour studio session.
Amazing.
And that's when I went in and I really got a lot of experience for the first time in a recording, like in a professional recording studio.
It was like your boot camp. you know?
Yeah, it was my
like
boot
that.
camp. Yeah, and it taught me so much. And even now, when I compose music at home, I can't. I'm always like, I need
Always,
to click.
yeah.
You know, I always got to click on that.
Yeah, he's always like, I need to click on this.
Yeah, even if I'm doing covers, doesn't matter what it is initially, like, or if I'm, like, say I'm practicing some kind of technique on the guitar.
Always have like on my phone.
I always
it's
do it with a
called,
click track. Any
what is it?
guitars?
The Brenner thing I have on my phone.
What?
The it's like a track. I have a metronome on my phone. So like if
I
he
don't know
wants
what
to
it's
play,
called.
it's like the Brenner track. Brenner.
Yeah.
Brenner.
I don't know what that is. But anyway.
You told me
yeah.
to have the app.
Yeah, it's probably the name of the metronome. Yeah, you could put a metronome on anything. My amp has one built in. But yeah, anything that clicks on time and you can change the BPM up and down. And like when I was learning how to do like sweeping techniques, I used to be like, oh, I'm so fucking badass sweeping. And then when I did it to a click, I'm like, I can't do this shit on time. So it just like now for me, my practice, if I'm practicing techniques, always got a click track on. If I'm learning a song, I'll always initially have the click track on and then eventually just use the backing tracks. And then composing music always with a click track.
I love this. I'm really enjoying this because we've learned about the warning in the comments and everything, but it's so great to have telling us their history, everything that the journey they were on.
Yeah, it's very interesting and
really.
I can't believe how young Alejandra was during all of this.
Oh,
that's
9 years
a lot
old,
to go through at such a young age and to be so successful. I mean,
Yeah,
she
they
hasn't
said-
really had much of a life other than the warning, if you think about it.
Yeah, she said at 9 years old is when they went viral. She was 9.
15 when she was already in the studio, I think she said.
Yes.
So I was like,
So this has been her life.
that's
So-
very young to be
Yeah.
to be handed this level of success.
Mm-hmm.
So kudos to her for handling it so well. To all of them, because they're all very young.
Yeah,
you
I
know,
love-
to be handed all of it, like she said, all these opportunities, and they're not handed, they earned them. I didn't want to make it sound like they earned these opportunities and to get on stage with bands that are established as a new band is intimidating.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
but now they're very comfortable doing it. Obviously, they've been around for a while and they rock.
Yeah.
Anyway, you ready to continue?
Yeah, Paulina, I was going to say, Paulina is such a great interviewee.
Oh yeah.
She is just.
Yeah, you can kind of tell. You can kind of tell that she's like the one, like that does the public speaking for the most part. Her and Dany. Alejandra's very.
Alejandra
timid.
is very
She's like,
quiet.
yeah.
She's just sitting there and let her
She's
older
also
sisters.
the youngest too. So.
I was gonna say, let her older sisters take over.
Yeah,
like,
she trusts her older sister and just, what they said.
What they said. Yeah, I love it. This is great. And like the interviewer said, Allison, like I'm one of 3 sisters, so it's like the 3 of us. So that's why I just love this band so much. That's why it's cute. Where I kind of feel like I connect with them.
It's very cute. Let's go.
And I'm the middle, like Pa.
You ready?
Yeah.
Everyone in the crowd, like, look at me, listen to me.
Yes.
Right here, hello.
Yes.
And also, like, we're a Mexican band touring the US for the first time. We're trying to make a name for ourselves. So it was also like, we also have to prove that we can be a part of this country's industry as well. And just like, hey, listen to us. We have something to say.
Yes.
And and most of it, we were just really trying to get people to have a good time for the rest of the evening.
And like, prepare the crowd for like the bands that we're about to come up, like to hype them up. So like the Pretty Reckless and Hailstorm could have the best crowd ever.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was awesome.
Yeah. It was
Also,
great.
touring with those
tour.
2 bands, of course, they both have very strong, incredible, talented women. Talk to me about doing some festivals where you're one of the only female bands.
Oh, that's usually
And sometimes you have to prove yourself more, right? Because they're like, oh, it's The Warning, it's an all-female band. That's cute, right? And then I'm sure once they see you, they're like, oh wow.
That's usually how. Thankfully, that's usually how it goes. I mean, we put in a lot of.
Not if you watch this channel.
Not if you want all the women. All the women rock on this channel.
Watch a little bit of Bandmate and Love Bites.
Beasts.
We don't believe that shit here.
Not at all.
we're gonna negate
Warning.
that.
Yes.
work to like prove ourselves.
Yeah.
Because we do have to go like above and beyond to
yeah.
be considered, at least.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's always very, it's motivating in some sort of way, like to prove yourself every single time. Because it like there's a certain fire to it. Like we have to demonstrate that we've been working for a long time.
That's our motivation. When we go on stage, just like, first of all, let's have fun, because that's what we're here for. And show them that that's what a rock show is all about, you know? So, like, it's not what gender you see on stage. It's just the music and how good it can make you feel. So we definitely go with that in our minds. And yes, it is a very satisfying feeling to just like people see what we can do and they take us into account for next stuff, because like,
it's been awesome to see like how our first festivals, like how we were treated at them. And it's not only like crowds, but it's also like staff and people around.
Yeah.
Like you have to prove like sound checks and stuff like that. You get treated pretty differently sometimes, and it's just jarring to see.
But they just don't think of
they don't think highly of you, so they don't like put time or effort into it.
It's kind of like when a woman goes to a mechanic as opposed to a man goes to a mechanic to get their car fixed, you know? I think the mechanics talk to men.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, you know, when you go get your car fixed, you know, I think a mechanic will talk to differently than a guy than they would a girl. So I understand that part.
Yeah.
As a woman.
Yeah. Ready?
But like
they don't understand who they're dealing with here.
but it's always just very fun to see and very gratifying to see that like you step off of the stage and like the stage hands are like, that was an awesome show.
Yeah,
and you're like,
that's great.
hell yeah. Okay. It was an awesome show.
Yeah.
Good. It's very satisfying.
Yeah, I mean, it's important for people to realize that as soon as they see you, they understand this, but you're not female musicians or a female band.
Right.
Like, yes, you are, but you are just great rock stars. It doesn't matter. Gender has nothing to do with it. You know? I think just because it's an anomaly, there's not so many female artists, all female bands, you know. And I think when you come out with this ferocity that you do.
I don't think that's true. Like, none of what she's saying is true. I'm sorry. Yeah. That is not true. Like, there's plenty of all-female bands that have kicked ass for many years.
Yeah, that's why I was like, when she said that, I was just like, no, because there's,
what are you listening to? I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that either. Like, you got Heart, you got Vixen, you got tons of bands, so many all-female bands.
So many. That's not true.
No, I think just because it's an anomaly, there's not so many female artists, all female bands, you know. And I think
there's more that are not, but there's a lot. Come on.
You come out with this ferocity that you do.
Ferocity.
Oh my God, you guys. Ferocity is the word I use to describe you guys. Oh. You know what it was? When I saw the Choke video, I was literally like talking out loud. Like I was going like, yes. I mean, it's just so, you guys are an amazing musicians, yes, but performers. And you really do embody that heart and soul, that fire. I mean, that video in particular, I love that video.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're fierce. You're
Thank
fierce.
you so much.
Ferocious.
Yes.
I like
you know
it.
what?
Yes.
I actually get to work on that a lot, because sometimes when we write the songs, they're like Pau's feelings and everything that I have to like interpret.
Yeah.
Interpretar.
I don't just, is that the word? Interpret?
Yeah, interpret or have them relate to you, or how they apply to you, for sure.
I really try to make it justice, because I know that it means a lot to whoever like wrote the initial feeling of it. So I try to like really go all out in that sense.
For sure.
Yes.
I mean, they might be your feelings or stories to begin with, but everyone can relate to them.
Right, yeah.
You know?
Once
I mean,
we
they're very
like,
universal themes.
Yeah, once we do it as a band as well, it kind of just like sinks in, and we're like, we're expressing this, let's go.
Watch what carrots do to your dog.
I invited the man I trust with my dogs, Dr. Marty Gold.
I
love that. Let's go.
You know,
go.
Yeah. Universal theme.
Yeah. I don't just, is that
and you ferocity that you do.
Ferocity.
Oh my God, you guys. Ferocity is the word I use to describe you guys.
Thank you.
You know what it was? When I saw the Choke video, I was literally like talking out loud.
Because I know that it means a lot to whoever like wrote the initial feeling of it. So I try to like really go all out in that sense.
For sure.
Yes.
I mean, they might be your feelings or stories to begin with, but everyone can relate to them.
Right, yeah.
You know?
Once
I mean,
we
they're very
like,
universal themes.
Yeah, once we do it as a band as well, it kind of just like sinks in, and we're like, we're expressing this, let's go.
Let's
go.
Let's go. Nothing to do with age or gender. Just this speaks to me. Like, what is it that just ignites you?
Well, rock has always been a genre for like breaking down barriers and being like contracorriente.
Oh my God. You're all with the Spanish words.
Against the current. Like, it's always something that was different and used to express so many things about rebellion and about feelings. So I feel like that really resonates with the youth all the time. It's a message that transcends time and gender and age. Yeah. So it's just cool to be a part of it because it resonated with us since we were really young. So to like be able to do it now, it's
and I feel like a big part of it is the energy.
It's so much energy.
It's the energy.
It's so fun.
It's that spirit.
It's such a big
community,
release,
right?
Yes.
It's the community.
We're just
Community's
like
awesome.
one big
Okay, fast forwards there. There we go. I'm
part
sorry,
of
I was
it is
messing with
the
it.
energy.
The
So
energy.
next
So
time
much
I come,
energy.
it's
It's
good.
the energy.
It's so fun.
It's that
fun.
spirit.
It's such
the
a big
community,
release.
right?
Yes.
It's the community.
We're
Community's
just like
awesome.
one big family. It's so crazy how you can see complete strangers enjoying a show, like
arm in arm.
in the middle of a mosh pit, taking care of each other. Like even like just to like stay hydrated, my friend. We have to like enjoy the rest of the festival. You know, like.
It's awesome to see.
I
It's
love
awesome.
that. What other sort of younger or newer artists are you guys liking?
Ooh, all right. So we have a very like mixed music taste, which I think is cool because we get to experiment with a lot and bring it back to rock.
Yeah.
But right now I'm listening to a lot of Maneskin. I haven't listened to the
Yes.
whole album yet.
Yes.
I haven't
they're
listened to
awesome.
it. Listen to their new
They're
album.
awesome.
But they're very cool.
I like Bad Flower.
I love that.
I
Yeah,
like
Bad
that.
Flower.
They're cool.
Yes.
I didn't hear what
Album's
she
cool because we get to experiment with a lot and bring it back to rock.
Yeah.
But right now I'm listening to a lot of Maneskin. I haven't listened to the
Maneskin?
whole
What was
album
that?
yet.
Yes.
I haven't
they're
listened to it.
awesome.
Listen to
What did she say?
Manskin.
Manskin. Okay. Never heard of that.
Manskin. Yeah. Maneskin. It was, I think my niece was
I don't know
talking
who
about
that
them.
is. I've never heard of them.
Yeah, neither have I. But I remember my niece brought them up one time with me.
Okay. Yeah, they might be. I don't know. I've just never heard of them. So.
They're
Yes,
awesome.
but they're very cool.
I like Bad Flower.
I love that.
I
Yeah,
like
Bad
that.
Flower.
They're cool. They're
Yes.
so
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
And have you connected with these bands? Like, do they know that you love them?
I know that. No, they.
Okay.
I follow them on Instagram and they follow me on Instagram. But it's just like from afar.
I will make all the
know, like,
connections because I love
We're
bringing
playing
the
at
whole
a festival
community together.
We are.
I don't know. We're playing various festivals this year. I don't know.
We know of each other, but we've never actually like properly
Oh, I
met.
love Turnstile. And we're about to
Turnstile.
we're about
So
to play in
good.
the same three festivals as them.
Yes.
And like I just want to say hi.
One
One time.
so great. I'm so happy for them. They've been doing it for such a long time. They finally got
know.
their Grammy nominations.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
they're
Good
so
for them.
good.
They deserve all of it.
They're awesome.
That's
They're
so
awesome.
cool. Do you guys know about Nandi Bushell, the drummer from England?
Of
Yeah.
course,
Of course,
I
of
know.
course.
That's the little girl that drums with Dave Grohl. The little. Remember?
Oh, you should. Okay.
Remember that she did like the Everlong cover, and he saw it, and he challenged her to play with it, and he just to mess with her and just to get her out there because she's so good. Yeah, she's really good.
Guys really connect. I mean, she's amazing.
She's awesome.
I mean, her first show was like playing Wembley with like Lenny Kravitz. Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, she's amazing.
I mean, do you feel like when you find out about these other artists, like you want to like connect with them or give advice or support? I feel like it's like a.
You know what? I feel it's more of like just to like say, hey, like we see you because like we started the
Yes.
same way, you know?
course.
It's like an
getting
internet
those
thing.
little like shout outs, you feel very supported and seen. And it just like really
Yes.
motivates you like, okay,
Yeah.
let's go.
Because
Let's
at
keep
this
doing
point,
it.
I
Let's
think
keep
she
doing it.
probably knows more than we do.
Yeah, I would be happy from a shout out from her. Yeah.
Hi.
I want to talk now about Muse in particular because you guys are massive Muse fans. You've always been massive Muse fans, and your whole lives you have been
much.
sort of manifesting opening, playing with Muse, and it finally happened. And the video of you guys finding out that you were going to open for them is the most. It made me cry.
I cried.
I
cried.
Yeah, it was the most endearing, beautiful. I mean, it was sort of like a lesson for everyone that dreams do come true, and it's not a cliche because you guys are proof that it's true. And if you put the hard work and the talent,
I got chills.
but it's true. And I think that moment when you found out you were going to open for Muse, like tell me more about that, and then I want to hear about actually playing with Muse.
Okay.
Okay. We knew that Muse was coming to play to Mexico, of course, because we were like, Ali already had tickets to go with some of her friends and everything.
Like you were just going to go as a fan.
We've seen them many times.
Many times.
Yeah.
Aren't they one of the most incredible live bands?
They're
period?
amazing.
They're so
They're
good.
so amazing.
It's insane, right?
But like we grew up with their music. We saw them
We did covers
Like,
of their songs.
all the time. It was just they were our idols. They still
are.
Yes.
still are.
Which is okay. So we knew that they were going to Mexico, so we like usually just throw a pitch like, "Hey, we want to open for you."
Yeah. We go through the promoter. Like,
and then the pitch arrives, and it's either yes or like, "Thank you, but no thanks." Right? But so we were all like, it was a thank you, but no thanks. They haven't said anything. It's a week until they arrive to Mexico and the tour starts.
Yeah.
And we're not opening for them. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
And then it was a Wednesday.
Yeah.
And we were having to do promo. We were recording videos.
Yes.
And we were messing up on the videos, and we were frustrated on that. And then Rudy was like, okay,
So
we have to
we were in
record
such
it
a bad
again.
mood.
We were in a bad mood.
Like,
If you see that video, we're all just like, okay, we have to do this again. Hi, we're the warning. And then Rudy's our manager.
Yeah.
Rudy's like, and you're opening for Muse in their Mexico days.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh my God, because we really thought like it wasn't gonna happen. It was a week until the concert.
Yeah.
It was like that doesn't happen. You see it months and months in advance, and so it was pretty last minute.
Yeah.
But we were super excited about it. I didn't feel like it was happening until the very day.
Because like we had like our first show was gonna be until like March.
Like this
so
year.
we had nothing planned for this year. So it was suddenly like we're gonna play in a week. We have a show.
Oh my God.
And
We
our
had
first
4
show
shows.
of the year in our hometown opening for Muse. So we were like,
No pressure.
No
big deal, guys.
pressure.
No big deal. Yeah.
And then we also played the Foro Sol, which is like
Yeah.
One of
the
the biggest-
biggest
one of the biggest
stadium in
stages.
our country.
It's in Mexico City, and they sold out the first night. So it was like we played in front of 50,000 people opening for night.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
It was
Talking about nerves, like were you freaking out? Like what did you do to not freak out? Like what were you doing to stay grounded?
We usually don't get that nervous for shows. It's just like, okay, we'll have fun. But it was like, we're opening for Muse.
in front of 50,000 people in the largest arena in our country.
It was just like,
yes, a lot at once.
big
okay.
No pressure.
It was also really cold. So it was just like trying to keep warm and just like being like, okay, breathe.
Yeah.
Everything is going to be fine.
Breathe, yeah.
You've done this before, which is a crazy thought. Like, oh, you've played the stadium before. But it was just like, okay, you just have to do the best job you can do. Your whole team is here and they pulled through. We're going to have fun. We're going to be great. We're going to win over that crowd. It's going to be cool.
Yeah.
But then you just look over to your side and you see Muse staring at you while you're playing, and you're like, "Oh my God! Oh my God!" You're like, "Don't look, don't look." And we got to meet them the very first night.
Yes.
Like after we
They
played
were
in
so
Monterrey,
nice.
they're the
They-
nicest people.
Oh, it's
They
wonderful
invited us
hear.
to hang out post show, and we just like, really?
In the first show, and we're like, that's not a thing. Like usually it was our goal to say hello to them like by the 4th show, maybe get a
Maybe.
picture, like maybe. And then it was the first night, and we're having drinks with them. And we're like,
after the show.
what is going on? What is going on? They're the nicest people.
They were
and we're
so
just
cool.
talking music with them and just like talking about life. And they were like, no, we saw your covers of us. And we're like, stop it. I was just like, oh my God.
That's the
It
best.
was beautiful.
amazing.
It was beautiful. And so we played 4 shows with them. And
Dun, 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 dun,
Like-
dun, dun. Okay, so
it's really weird because we haven't talked about this
no.
at all.
Let's talk about it.
Okay,
Let's go.
so
After the 4th show, we hung out again, and Matt just like casually comes over to our little table where we're just like hanging. And it was actually a very low table. He just like crouches us down and he's like,
I was like,
"Hey,
do you
guys."
want a chair? He's like, no, I'm fine.
Yeah,
I'm like,
he's just there, and he just casually goes like, "Hey, do you guys want to join us in our UK run?" And we're just like,
I'm like,
What
is going on?
and we're like, "Are you sure?" Like, really? And he's like, "Yeah, it would be great to have you." And we're just like, "Of course, we would love that." But like, he said it so casually,
nonchalantly.
that we were just like, "Is he serious?" Or is he
That's true.
and usually like
Hey, I'm Sophie, and I'm one of the AI voices from Revoicer. My voice sounds so
touring things, and like it has to go through so many people
Of course.
for it to
Plan it
actually
out,
happen.
of
So you're like, he's just saying it, like it's
right. So we just took it
At
so
the
chill.
end, like everyone was like, "Oh yeah, we'll see you in the UK."
When you're the headlining band, you run the show. You go, I want them. Or I ain't playing. It's that easy. So management's they're gonna let you have what you want. All right. Like if you're the one that's, the main headlining act that sold all the tickets and you say, I want this band to open for me, they're going to make it happen. For sure.
Like the whole team.
So it was like
legit.
It's official?
It's official.
And we're like, what? Yeah. So it's at the end of May and at the end of June.
Yeah, we're doing
it's
4
like
shows in the
days.
UK.
Oh my God.
It's Muse and Royal Blood.
Greatest tour. That is the greatest tour.
It's just
amazing.
I still can't believe it. Like every time I just remember it.
I'm so happy for you. I'm like crying.
I cried. It's beautiful.
You deserve it all.
Thank you so
what
much.
a killer tour.
And it's just like, okay, one thing, it's like opening for them in our country where it makes sense. Like we're a band there. And don't get me wrong, that was like a dream come true. We didn't expect anything more than that. But it's like they liked us enough to be like, come to the UK, like to get it to like it's like
that's huge.
Yes, that is huge.
It's the ultimate compliment.
It is. We feel very honored.
Do you feel, because you're so gracious and grateful, but do you feel like these moments where, you know what, like we belong, like we deserve it, like
it takes like
it's
we have to have
sometimes we don't believe
conversations
it.
about it. We're like, we worked really hard for this, and it's not only with us, but like
for our whole team.
After that dinner we had with Muse. Our whole team, we were just in the hotel lobby, like,
we were like,
what the hell just happened? And we started talking about like our whole journey to get where we are as a team.
and everything that happened in like that week.
In a week.
right.
We did the 4 shows.
Our whole lives changed
Yeah.
in a week. Our whole year, like the touring prospects was just like from one day to another.
Idea
it just
our year was
changed.
gonna start like that.
So we
Not
do
even
take those
close.
moments to like ground ourselves and just be really thankful for each other and the work.
Yeah, because they said that they got asked to open for the band 4 days before the concert, and then they played 4 shows, and they're like, "Hey, want to go to UK?" So everything just happened fast.
But that's that's
So
amazing,
fast.
and like she said, they deserve it, and they probably killed it in those shows, and they're like, we need them to come to the UK with us,
Absolutely, yeah.
rev up the crowd for us, before we get up there.
Yeah,
for sure.
Work and the sacrifice we have all put in, because like it's just amazing. Like I still get like just
I know, and to think it's even crazier to think that that's gonna be our first ever show in Europe. Like,
it's
gonna be stadiums.
It's gonna be
Muse and Royal Blood.
Muse and Royal Blood. Are you kidding me? It's the first time we ever like literally. I know.
But you have been putting in the work. This has been your life commitment.
Yes,
you know?
it
I mean, the
has.
fact that you've had 10 years behind you and you guys are literally like, didn't you just turn 23?
Yeah, they
Happy birthday, belated, by the way. I mean, it's unbelievable. And also to think like growing up in the public eye as musicians and artists and as women, I mean, that's not easy. It's not.
been a
And
ride.
I'm glad that you guys have each other, which probably makes it easier.
Yes.
But it's still very difficult. Tell me about that. Has that been challenging to grow up and develop, as women in the public eye and on the road?
I feel like we've been very, I'm gonna say, sheltered in a way by our parents.
Yes. They took care of us.
They
really well.
did.
No, that's
but
wonderful to hear.
like it is a thing. Everyone has opinions, especially about women in general. But like everything we do or don't do has some sort of criticism. Like, it has some sort of reaction. And it's exhausting to see like a comparison. I see like people do what we do, but they're not women. And it doesn't have that sort of backlash that we do.
Right.
Yeah.
Like in our country when we tour, when it's so many things that we just take it as like, oh, that's how life is. And it's just like, it's for us. But it's not necessarily a global experience. It's a women experience.
But you know what? I think you touched on a really important point for us, that we have each other.
Yeah.
Because it was a big thing, especially growing up. Like, Ale had to like record an album when she was in 4th grade. So like
Jesus.
Yeah. So like it was so weird because no one in her generation was going what she was going through.
not.
So like
That's very isolating.
we just kind of like, well, we're in this together type thing.
It's very important. I feel like it has been very important that we have each other, because even at like right now, our friends, like we go through so many different things that
on the daily.
So it's really, I feel like it has been really important that we have each other.
Yes.
For like those
we
moments.
understand.
We understand each other.
We understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's about like right now we have certain rules with like because we've had experience with growing up like with social media and just being like public. It's like you don't read comments. You don't like you.
They're not gonna add
You
anything.
do your job.
Why is Amazon paying me $63,000 a month?
Why the fuck are you on my screen right now?
This kind of money.
And you're doing as best as you can, and that's it. If you ask for people's opinions, great, you're asking for them. But if not, like just stay as far away as possible.
Yeah,
because it can be like pretty damaging.
I mean, that's a good life hack that we should all pay attention to.
Don't read the
Everyone
comments.
should take that advice.
Don't do that.
You're right. It's not helpful. It's not constructive.
It's not healthy.
And we get to like listen through other people, like maybe in our managements, like even if you're not reading the comments, know that there's a lot of people who are very happy with what you're doing. So like even if we get that overall, like there's a lot of people who are so grateful for your music. We're like, that's all we need to hear. Thank you.
And we do get like that a lot, like in meet and greets. To hear those stories, it's very beautiful. But like to be constantly like at it and looking for it, it can be pretty tiring.
Yeah, that's toxic and not helpful.
It's a complete waste of time. It's a fucking opinion that somebody has. It's like an asshole. Everybody has one. You know what I mean? It's like you don't pay attention to that shit at all. I don't give a flying fuck what you think. It really doesn't matter when you're a musician. It's like it's not about you do it for yourself. You put it out there, and there's gonna be people that like it and people that don't. And then there's also people that are gonna hate on you, especially women like this, just because they're women and they're good and they're better than you are. You know, so I'm glad they do what they do, where they're just like, fuck, I don't care what you got to say. You know, just don't read it. Don't even though I could totally read negative comments and laugh at them, because most people that give you those comments, they come from a place of nothing. They're like, it's like they're gonna criticize me. Okay, so what time does your fucking show start? Where's your video to teach me what I should be doing right? Oh, you don't got one, do you? Thank you. You know what I mean? That's basically how it is. You know?
Exactly.
Yes. So the Muse tour in the UK, I'm still laughing because it's like unbelievable. I mean, even that's already like a lifelong dream. What would be sort of like the ultimate dream or the ultimate?
Yeah, if you think about it, like people writing negative comments to them, they could easily say like, okay, so where's your band? Where's your original song?
Yeah.
Where's your opening show for Muse? Where's your stuff? I want to see, because I want to learn.
Right.
How to do it right,
Yeah.
because you know.
You know.
Yeah. Come on.
Milestone or collaboration or
to even like think ahead,
I don't know.
Beyond that, it's just like
I feel like it still isn't real.
Yeah. Right.
So like touring with Muse is still my dream.
Yeah.
So now it's just like we have to like set new goals. Like there's always things that we want to do, but I feel like now if we say something, we just bring it in and we manifest it, and hopefully like it comes true. Like it has happened so far.
Yeah.
So
but
let's
definitely
think.
collaborations are on there. Like I feel like we haven't had that big of an experience with that, because we're like, I don't know, we feel not that we're not worthy, but it's feel like who like how do we get to do that? I don't even
The thing that's weird is like our first collaboration ever was working with Alessia Cara for the
that's right.
For the Metallica thing.
Yeah. So that was our first deep dive into it, and it was just like a huge thing. And we're like, what is going on?
Yeah.
So like I'm afraid to think of something else. Like what do you want to do? Like I'm asking you, like what do you want to do? Like what are you looking forward to?
Okay, like if we like shoot to the moon, literally, it would be actually like to write something with Muse. You know?
That'd be awesome.
That'd be
also,
great. But,
I feel like writing with other, like I would, like Willow.
Oh my god!
Yeah. Oh,
it's just really cool to see like rock coming back.
I love Willow
and
so
people
much.
that you
Like
wouldn't
a big
expect.
women collaboration would be amazing.
That'd be
Yes.
awesome.
Just like a
That'd be awesome.
full-on.
Whoever wants to participate.
I love that.
They're
Put it
very
out there
welcome.
right now.
Yeah,
Just manifest
putting it out
this.
Just
there.
like
I love that idea.
We would love that.
yes.
But you're right. Artists like Willow are really putting it back on.
Yeah. They did manifest it because they did it with Bandmate.
Yeah.
They did a collaboration with Bandmate, and it rocked. I still,
that was
love
great.
that
Sick,
song.
wasn't it called?
love
Was
that song.
was it Sick?
No,
No, that
I
wasn't
always
Sick.
forget the
That's their
names.
song.
I forget what it's called. Oh, darn it.
I was just listening to it the other day too.
know.
Okay, I'm bad with names. Everybody
I'm
knows.
horrible with songs. I just
Yeah,
I just get
bad,
sick.
I know what they sound like, but I don't know what they're called.
waving the flag. It's so exciting.
It's cool to see. It's cool to see because it brings more people in to what we love. So we get to share what we do with them. It just becomes like this bigger thing, and it's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah, and it's just that sharing that musical connection, that energy, that spirit, that community. I mean, that's what it's all about.
Exactly.
Definitely.
So we do this thing on the show called Deep Cuts, where I will ask you guys all a question. And okay. Should we go like this each time? Oh. Okay. Which way should we go?
No, you know what? Let's do it from here to here.
No.
Because Ali's really shy. And we usually say the answers, and then Alice is like, oh, me too. I'm going to say that.
Let's go.
So we can.
Don't worry, they're not tough. They're not tough questions. They're just like personal. Okay,
let's go.
Name a song, album, or artist that changed your life.
Honestly, I would say Muse, like The Second Law.
Oh, great
album. Really, I feel like that was like the first album I actually like listened to like fully, like the whole album. So I would say Second Law by Muse. Yeah.
Isn't that a thing to listen to an album in its entirety?
Yeah.
It's such a thing, an experience that can't be described. Like knowing an album, right?
Knowing an album.
Okay,
go get it.
Me, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Computer. Radiohead.
Great choice.
I knew you were going to say that. It's been very recent. It was last year. I don't know why. I don't know why I had never listened to it, but I listened to it and I was just like, tears.
Yes.
Just like, what a great album. Yeah.
It's amazing.
It doesn't matter when you discover a great album. It's just that you discover it.
Exactly.
Whenever it is for you is the right time.
Definitely. And okay, so I'm going to pick a song because it literally changed my life. When my dad would play the Pulse tour, Pink Floyd, Comfortably Numb live, literally changed something within my soul.
There was something there. Yeah.
It was something there. The whole thing, it was just, wow.
Isn't that incredible, the power of just hearing even a song? Like you said, it like gets inside of you and it's part of you.
It changes everything. It changes.
Like
the thing that most like impacted me is like at the ending of the song, he's just like soloing on the guitar and I'm feeling so many things. He's not even saying anything. It's just
that's David Gilmour. He don't need to say anything. He says it all through that little black strat of his. You know what I mean? Everything. He'll make you tear from his playing. That's what I love. He's one of my favorites of all time. David Gilmour for sure.
He's saying so much.
These guys, great answers.
Yeah.
What a great start. Okay.
All right.
What was your first concert? And maybe you guys were all together.
We were.
Okay, so
it's funny.
It was Maroon 5. We saw Maroon 5 in Monterrey, but how old was I?
Wait,
I think it was 2010.
It was Overexposed.
It was the Overexposed tour.
Let me look at the year, and that was the year we saw them. We were pretty young.
Our first rock concert, it was Kiss.
Oh,
Kiss.
Incredible.
Which is great. That's
great.
It was awesome.
Wait, and even seeing your first live music, like seeing Maroon 5 or whoever it is, it's pretty great.
It was 2012.
It was amazing. 2012.
You were 12. I was 10. You were 7.
That's amazing.
It was awesome.
It was
so fun. It was
a good first concert. Like, it was just...
That's a great first concert, for sure.
And we would, literally play the album over and over again. So
just
we would,
learn
be
everything.
Prepared.
Yeah.
You guys are so committed. I love that. You're so my people.
It was looking up the set lists and just, learning everything.
I'm the same way. Yeah, we're the same.
It makes a difference.
It does make a difference. Yes. What is your favorite movie?
The Batman movie, The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight. The Dark Knight. I saw it recently. I literally saw it a week ago. I love that movie so much. I just love it so much. I don't know why.
It's a great choice.
Yeah.
Great choice.
I know what you're gonna say.
I'm gonna say 2.
Matrix and Inception. I know that.
Matrix and Inception are really good movies, but that was not gonna be my answer.
Oh.
I'm gonna. Ooh. Okay. The Matrix. Okay. But my other favorite movie that just Ponyo.
Ponyo. Ponyo is such a good movie.
Ponyo.
It is.
Ghibli.
It's a Studio
Ghibli
movie.
Ponyo.
I watch it every night to fall asleep because it brings me
movie.
so much peace.
Peace. That's
I
wonderful.
adore it. Yeah.
I love
Ponyo.
I'm gonna say Lord of the Rings because the soundtrack just yes,
amazing.
And one movie that I have to religiously watch every year. It doesn't go with me at all, but it's The Sound of Music.
It's classic.
It's a good movie, though.
To watch it every year.
It's beautiful.
It becomes a thing. It's it does. We just hear the soundtrack. We're like, Dany's watching The Sound of Music again.
Yeah.
It's how many times have you seen this movie?
I have obscene amount. Like it's more times that you should see
I
it.
know it all.
Yep.
Is something like something trigger you to have to go see it, or is just like a part of like, oh, it's time to watch it?
You know, I think it is a trigger sometimes. I would just like feel the necessity of like, the hills are alive.
The hills are alive. The hills have eyes.
That is incredible.
The hills are alive. The hills are alive. The sound of music.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm dying. It's amazing. Okay. What is your favorite meal or cuisine?
Cuisine, Mexican food.
Yeah, wait, I'm gonna go first.
I'm sorry.
I'm excited. So excited.
Honestly, same. Like any type of taco in Mexico.
Yes.
In Mexico.
Is the best thing ever. Or like my mom's like homemade meals. Those are always really nice.
Sopa de tortilla.
Tortilla. That's like a tortilla.
Yes.
Egg.
Yes.
I don't care. No, it has to be good. Like
But a
there's
tortilla,
some pretty
actually,
bad
tortilla,
ones.
what she's referring to is the corn.
Yeah, the sopa.
Yeah. Because the tortilla, like, a tortilla is an egg. It's
Yeah, you know how they can
what
make that
tortilla
good,
is. Tortilla.
the good rice.
Yeah, but she's talking about the
sopa.
not the corn. Yeah.
But nothing warms my soul after like like usually when we're like doing media in Mexico or touring or whatever, you just arrive to the hotel and you order a sopa tortilla and just eat that. Oh my god!
Yeah, when you're really tired.
So comforting.
Yeah,
It is. It's
Yes.
so comforting. Yeah, I'm gonna go with a snack version, but a good elote is
Elote.
let's
Street
go.
corn.
Street
Yes,
corn.
Oh my
so
god.
good.
It's so good.
I love that we're representing.
Mexican, you're
Yeah,
representing.
it's the best cuisine.
Yeah.
Like it's just,
It is the best.
It just
It is
is
the best.
Yeah.
I want to go with you guys to eat all
To
of
Mexico.
these.
Yeah.
Yes,
Of course,
I do.
you
Mi
are
casa es tu
very
casa.
much invited.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
anytime
Thank
you're
you.
there.
Okay, it's happening. If you weren't a musician, what would you be?
And it's just like,
I never know how to answer this question because I really don't know.
yeah, you're a musician.
What's your
through and through.
identity? You were never not a musician in your life.
It's existential.
I
at
have
one
no
point.
idea. Like I actually have no idea
Okay,
what
but
I would
since
be.
I know, I'm gonna go ahead and answer.
Yeah, you can answer.
I would definitely be a music teacher.
I love that.
Oh,
That's
you
so
would be a good teacher.
amazing.
You'd be a great teacher.
I love teaching, even though, like, even if maybe I don't know everything in the world, but I think it's part of it, you know, sharing what you do know and kind of like figuring out. And I think it's a very much like teach and learn from whoever you're
course.
like.
That's
I
great.
love that like mix of information and just like of passion that goes around. I love it. I would love to be
I
a
wish
teacher.
I was like that. I'm a horrible teacher. I wish I could do that.
She is. She tried to teach me like
She is a terrible teacher.
She is a
Like,
bad
it's-
teacher.
Wait, I'm dying.
It's just a
She's a
thing.
terrible teacher.
But it's not like I'm mean. I'm just
She's
like
just not good at
you're
it.
not doing it correctly.
But that doesn't show you
Yeah,
how.
I don't know
You're
how
like,
to.
you're not good at it. You can't
Yeah,
do it.
exactly. That's me.
That is amazing.
If I had to do something besides music, I would. I would be a writer. Like
yeah, like a book writer.
yeah,
Yeah,
a
I got
novel
it.
writer.
A novel, right?
Yeah, it has to be something creative. I can't. I don't imagine myself doing anything else.
Yeah.
Maybe. Ooh, I could be an actress. Ooh. I don't know how to act. It's a joke. We're pretty bad at acting. But maybe one day if we practice well enough. But no, I would be a writer.
That's
or
really cool.
like a producer, like something within music.
Yeah, something.
It's
within
not a
music.
teacher.
It's hard to like.
Just not a teacher.
Not a teacher. Yeah. Something within music. I feel like.
You could be a model.
No,
You could.
We always hyper up on her looks because, like,
but I don't feel
she
like
is.
you're tall.
You're tall.
I'm not tall enough.
Lie.
No, that's not a lie. But either way,
I love
really have no
witnessing
idea.
the sisterly love. It's the best.
really have
It's
no
the
idea.
best.
Yeah. But anyway.
Okay, if you could meet any celebrity, dead or alive, who would it be?
Goodness.
Okay.
Michael Jackson. I love Michael Jackson. I don't know why. It was just like when I was
Let's go.
young, I loved Michael Jackson. I was
She
like, Michael
had
Jackson.
a birthday party that was.
No,
you
I
didn't
wanted
get
it.
to have it.
To
It was
be-
Hannah Montana.
It was Hannah Montana, but I wanted to be like Michael Jackson thing, but we didn't find.
My
Like my
mom
parents were
was just
looking
like,
for like.
there's no Michael Jackson
Yeah, that's, you
pinata.
had to be in the 80s for that.
Looking for a Michael Jackson pinata.
Well, in Mexico, like the birthday parties, you have a
You have,
piñata.
yeah, that, like, you are
period.
too. So yeah, I don't know why like Michael Jackson.
Shakira. I love
Oh, yeah.
Shakira.
I love her.
Nice.
If I would no, but I'm also like I don't want to meet her because I would be so nervous, and that would be really embarrassing for me. I have another answer. So,
I would love to meet Marina. I'm so sorry.
Marina from the Diamonds? Yeah.
Marina.
From the Diamonds.
Marina Diamonds.
And the wait, I just want to defend myself. I'm the OG fan.
You are.
I used to listen to her in middle school.
Yeah, she's awesome.
My English just messed up.
And I feel like if I could just like sit down and have breakfast with Prince, it would be like a whole different. It would be like I wouldn't even know what to expect, and that's what's fun about it.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like, oh man,
I would be scared to meet all these people.
Yeah, definitely.
I kind of don't want to meet them, but you never
Although
know.
you met Muse and that worked out.
Yeah. That was nerve wracking. I can't believe we did that.
Amazing. What is the most valuable advice that someone gave to you?
I can start.
Yeah, go get it.
It's really simple advice. But our sound engineer, Lalo, who I love very much, and I miss very much, we haven't seen him in a while because we haven't been touring, but he said to me, just have fun. Yeah. He was just, diviértete, Paula. I started crying when he said that. Like, you're so right, Lalo. I just need to have fun.
It's something along those lines, but like try to like enjoy the little things in life, because sometimes you take them for granted.
Yes.
And sometimes that's what you need the most, you know, to like really appreciate the small things that make you happy. Because like when you're on tour and you're not home and anything, like you start to appreciate a lot of things a lot more.
Yes.
So
And I have two. One of them is do not worry about things you cannot control.
That's
like you cannot. So why have them in your system? And two, it's not a burden to take care of yourself.
Yes.
Because you are going to live with yourself. Like you have to be your own thing. You are like your buddy for the rest of your life.
Yeah, it's never selfish to take care of yourself. Never selfish.
Are we done? I thought you wanted to say more, but it's okay. Okay.
If it's not a waste of time or a burden.
An afterthought.
To really work on being happy with yourself. Yeah.
I'm taking notes here.
That is, no, I'm just,
You're absolutely right.
I'm like,
so wise.
No,
I love
that's
this.
very nice.
It is. It's so true.
Yeah, and
it's
you're
so
right.
True.
Especially like in our line of work, I feel like taking care of yourself sometimes feels like not important. There's so many things that feel bigger than that.
And you know,
and
with
really
any
important.
type of work, like I get how like you have to work, you have to get this done, you have to like, but wait a second, like
you have to be good yourself to be able to do that. Yeah.
Yes, and it will benefit you. You will work better.
You're totally right.
You're
What a
absolutely
slay.
right.
Yeah.
Who is your role model?
I think we have like the same answer, but it's okay. Maybe not. Okay,
Like,
maybe
I'm
not.
really scared.
Yeah. Okay.
Because
let's
I
go.
don't have a creative answer. I'm just gonna say like you guys are.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
my family.
My family.
Like, my family. Yeah. Same thing.
Because like when I fail at some things, they're not failing at them. So it's an example of like what I can do.
Yeah, we always like
We
learn
just,
from
like,
each, because
from
like
each
we
other.
have things that obviously like some of us are better at other things, so we can learn from each other, which is really nice. You know, to
And
have
you
that.
know, I feel like it's grounding because no idol, whoever is perfect. Like we're all human.
Right.
So it's
And
just
we've
like I
seen,
feel
like,
like
Great. The new GoDaddy Arrow has AI marketing tools to help small.
horrible sides of each other.
Yeah.
We know the good and the bad.
Keeping it real.
We know the good and the bad.
Yeah.
we can appreciate.
And even with the good and the bad, how we handle those good and bads are inspiring.
Let's go, girls.
Just-
We're
I
too
love
far away.
I love that.
Like,
And the unconditional love, knowing all of the bad things also is important.
Let's go.
That was the best, guys.
This feels like a therapy session.
It is.
It is.
Beautiful.
Okay. What is something fans would be surprised to learn about you?
No. That I diamond paint.
Yeah, well, I do that as well, but I have no idea. Yeah.
When I need a distressor, I'm just like,
It's so relaxing.
let's just go and put
just
little
one by
diamonds
one,
on paper.
Do you want to say
Okay.
something that people wouldn't know about me?
Maybe.
Yeah, because I'm lost.
Yeah, me too.
Because I feel like I share everything.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do.
You
actually.
do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Come on.
That you're into finances.
Okay. Yeah, that is something people don't know about me. Okay, so
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I love finance. Okay, more
Yeah.
than anything, I'm really into like, it's gonna sound weird, like corruption. I like learning about it. I like watching like docuseries about
Yes.
it. And I love taxes and like Wall Street.
Which
I just
said
love,
no one ever.
I love
I'm
learning
surprised
about
your
it.
movie wasn't like Wolf of Wall Street or something. Yeah.
No, but I really want to like at one point in my life
Just know how it
study
works.
finance.
Yeah.
So like no one like can screw me over with my taxes. I'm just gonna know what.
Dying from this.
No, like it's. I'm gonna like.
Yeah, you can take care of it.
Yeah,
Mom.
no, like I'm gonna like give advice on what to invest, what not to invest.
Okay.
I'm
Take
amazing
it.
at it. Yes, I
I
love
love
finance.
that I answered for you.
Thank
though.
you, thank you.
This is what you could have been instead of being a musician.
Oh, right.
You could have been like an
accountant.
accountant.
Okay. I think accounting is so cool. I'm just gonna say
That's
that.
really cool.
Yeah.
Good for you. All right.
I have no idea. Help me out here.
So many people
Let
don't
me
know about you.
think about it as well. Okay, she would definitely be the one who survives the zombie apocalypse out of all of us.
Would I?
Wow.
Yes. No, because I feel like she doesn't agree with this. She's so resourceful though. Like if we have
she is
no
resourceful.
GPS, she knows where to go. Though.
I was really good with directions.
Directions.
She's
Directions.
great
Internal
with maps.
compass.
Yes,
She's great with
navigation.
maps.
amazing.
That's it. Let's
That's
go.
it.
There we go.
It came in really
Yeah.
handy when we were at Disney World.
Okay, we were alone for the first time in Disney World. Like my parents weren't with us for the first time in our lives, and we had the map.
But
We
here's
were
the thing.
so lost.
I don't think I'm good with maps. You're just really bad with maps. I'm like, how can you mess up a map? Like you
They're
have
just
it
really
right
bad.
there.
She's good with maps.
Like,
Yeah, she's good with
That's a
navigation.
talent. That's a good talent.
Yeah.
We found it.
We found it. Well, ladies, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You guys are the best. You deserve everything that's coming your way because you made it happen. You really did. I hope you guys recognize that.
Thank you.
You guys are
thanks.
making it all happen.
We're definitely gonna give everything we got in the
This is
next
gonna be a
coming
great
thing.
year.
Yes,
It's gonna be a great year.
Let's
Good
go.
year. Let's go.
It's going to be a great year. Thank you. The warning.
Yay, warning! All right, we're done with this.
Now warning music.
Yes, warning music now.
I love that. I hope
That
you
was
guys.
pretty interesting. I
Yes.
learned a lot. I hope you guys enjoyed that.
I know. I feel a little bit closer
Feel more
to
of a
them.
bond
Yeah,
now.
a little bond with them.
Yeah.
I love them.
Hold on, let me bring this window up so I can kill this.
I love them.
All right, so now we're going to listen to. Hold on, no, here it is. Oh no, I did the wrong fucking thing again. I'm on a roll.
Me and Pa would totally be best friends.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we're listening to Disciple.
Yes.
From the Pepsi Center.
Yes.
Ciudad Mexico.
All right.
Let me make this big so we can see it. Very
so
nice.
happy.
Very nice.
It's gonna be so good.
Thank you, Carla. That was very interesting.
Thank you, Carla.
A little long, but interesting. All right. Ready to do this?
I'm ready.
All right.
So ready.
Need
I'm
to wake
so
up.
ready.
Let's do this. Ugh.
I'm ready.
I was getting too comfortable there. All right, you ready? Let's do this. That was a bass. Yeah. Yeah. I like how she jumps. She's always like, got this weird lean on her. Yeah. Yeah.
I love how it goes into that.
Yeah, when she started like with the singing with just with the bass.
I love that. And then that little voice that Paul
Paulina,
did right there.
yeah,
Like
in the back.
Yeah. This is a really good song.
Good song, yeah.
It's the changes in it.
It's about to end.
Oh, it's so good. I know. I had to stop before
She stopped it right at the end.
Right before
just
he
to let you know
stopped
that.
it. So because I wanted to rewind it a little bit. I knew the song was gonna end, and I'm like, no.
Well, it's gonna end now, so get ready. What did you want to say?
I was gonna say just a little.
Oh, you want more?
A little rewind.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, thank you.
Twice. Ready? All right. Very cool. Great song to follow up that the interview.
I love that song so much.
Very good song. All their songs rock so much. They're
Disciple.
great songwriters. Punchy, you know. The vocals are always awesome. I love watching Paulina sing from behind the drums. That's always entertaining.
Dude, I do not have enough warning in my life. I love this band so much. I love when Dany's singing, she goes like, or when she's
She makes the
performing,
faces.
she goes like this, with the
Just
guitar. And then she goes,
Yeah.
I love it so much. She gets so into it.
We
I
always
love
talk
her.
about the faces she makes.
I
It's awesome.
love it.
Yeah.
And Paulina, my God, what you were saying, she drums like this.
Well, no, she's got like this weird lean. Like she leans like when she's drumming, she's got. And I love the way it looks because it's like
it's so
she's kind of
commanding.
dancing behind the kid and leaning toward all the drums and the cymbals. And since the first video we saw, I've noticed that.
Yeah.
She just has that style of playing.
Ale? I don't know if you noticed.
Ale.
I'm sorry.
Not ale.
I always say ale every single time. He always makes fun of me.
Yeah.
That's the gringa in me.
That's the gringa. That's why we call her the gringa.
That's the
She sees
gringa.
Ale, it's ale.
This is ale? No, so Ale, she, I don't know if you noticed, she's got that, what's the girl they didn't think of the Charlie's Angels hair?
Oh, yes. I know what you're talking about. The curls,
What is her
like the curls.
name? That lady. Oh my
Farrah
God.
Fawcett, or-
That's it.
Okay.
Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot her name.
Wow.
But she has got
Yeah.
the Farrah Fawcett, like feathered hair, and I love it. I keep looking, I'm like, I want to do my hair like that.
That's
it's
awesome.
so pretty the way she does it. I love that
She
feathered
looks great,
look.
yeah.
Her hair is just amazing.
The warning is great. They're very young and they're only on their way up. They're just getting started. I mean, the fact that they've had so much success at such a young age, I'm sure affects them personally and also it contributes to their songwriting and will contribute to the songwriting that they will produce in the future due to all the tribulations that they're going to go through.
Exactly.
Which is good. It's good material for songwriting.
Absolutely. And then they had this the co-writers for the last album. We heard a couple songs from that. And then what else I wanted to say
Which
about
Sick was
them?
on that album. Yeah.
I love how supportive their parents are.
Yes.
I love that. And
Well, this is
how
why
they
they're
have a
successful
unit.
because having the support of your parents is everything when it
Is
comes to this.
everything.
Yeah.
You
Absolutely.
can, your parents can like just let their children. I love their parents, and I just want to say you guys raised an amazing daughters. You raised amazing daughters. You really did. So
Yeah, good job.
hands off to their parents. Like seriously.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Carla.
Yeah, thank you, Carla. Thank you guys for watching and supporting the channel. All of you that do, there's a link in the description. But I gotta go pee. So I'm gonna make this real soon. Thank you for watching.
Like and subscribe,
Like
please.
and subscribe. Links in the description. By the way, we have a store now, and if you guys visited yesterday morning or whenever you visited earlier, I don't know exactly when we fixed it.
I forgot to click a box.
Yeah, so there was no international shipping, but now if you in Mexico, you can get some tequila Jimmy and La Gringa gear.
Thank you. So yeah, look
we
at the
really enjoyed this, and I don't mean to rush out of here, but I don't want to pee on the chair. So therefore, I am going to now go pee.
That's hilarious.
And I will see you guys.
TMI.
We'll see you guys next time.
Bye, guys.
Thank you all for sticking around so long with us. Take care.
Bye.